So I thought that as I am finishing up my time here in the Western Highlands of Guatemala, that I would finish it at a nice high point here in the city. So I'm heading up to the mirador or look-off here in Xela. It is about 45 minutes to an hour hike up. Should be a little easier getting back down, but anyway, I'm just heading over from my accommodations. Perfect day for it, no clouds, bit of haze and stuff. There's been a volcanic eruption, Volcano Fuego, not too far from Guatemala City. And because of the way the wind has gone, it blew some of the dust and ash and haze over this way. So there's still a little bit of it in the air today, but I think it's good enough to get up there and have a little look around. And if you wonder why I'm always watching my feet instead of the camera, you'll see here that the sidewalks can be a little unpredictable at times, and it's always best to keep an eye on where you're stepping. And for me, if for no other reason, then I don't have another incident like I had in Merida. I know it's always hard to show how steep something is, but this is pretty steep. So I would say I'm about halfway to the top at the moment. Here's a shot of the city of Xela from up here on the hill. You can see all the way around. I'm just at the point where the road finishes and the dirt trail the rest of the way begins. It is another about 1.4 kilometers uphill, but so far so good. Surviving okay considering the elevation where I am is, I'm at almost 2,400 meters elevation at the moment, and just taking my time, and so far so good. What a beautiful view from up here though. Anyway, let's keep heading up. Well, in case I didn't feel old and out of shape enough, this guy's doing it on a bike. Whew. So I thought I would just give a quick update. I'm about somewhere between halfway and 2/3 of the way up, I would say. Most of the elevation is done after that trek up that dirt road. I'm back to asphalt here now, and I'm not sure if it's asphalt the rest of the way, but I think it is. You can just see the city down through the trees there. I'm currently at 2,472 meters. So I just took a little break there to get some water into me and question my life choices. But we're almost there, so let's keep going. Just 400 meters left to go to the summit. Another 60 meters of elevation or so. The views up here of the city, though, are unbelievable. Now, it's worth noting that if you're not insane like me, I think you can actually drive all the way to the top or hire an Uber to take you all the way to the top. But then you wouldn't be insane like me. All right, onward and upward. Well, after an hour and 45 minutes or so of hiking up the hill, climbing about 250 meters in elevation over the 2 kilometer hike up the hill, which started at 2,300 meters above sea level. I would say that this was worth it. Yeah, this was definitely worth the sweat and the tears and the questioning of my sanity. Beautiful spot up here. Just a great little park. As I mentioned earlier, you are certainly able to drive up the entire way or get an Uber up the entire way. There's actually a parking lot right here, so you can do that. But, you know, as the saying goes, why be boring and drive up when you can walk up the hill and question your life? Just an amazing view of the city. I wish it wasn't quite so hazy at the moment, because earlier I could certainly see, all the way across. But as the day has gotten warmer, of course, more haze has rolled in. But this is Xela here in the Western Highlands of Guatemala. And I thought this would be no better place to end my video in the Western Highlands. Starting in Coban, crossing over to Huehuetenango and Momostenango across the beautiful, unbelievably gorgeous mountain drives, leaving Coban, at 5 in the morning and seeing the sunrise over those mountains was just breathtaking, to be honest. And continuing, on through those towns, Momostenango was just incredible. So some of the most friendliest people I've ever met. Such a beautiful spot to stop if you want to really feel the Mayan culture, with so many people there still being of Mayan descent. And then finally crossing over from Momostenango to here in Xela, and getting to explore this wonderful city of about 150 to 180,000 people, the second biggest city in Guatemala. And then doing this hike up here to the summit at the mirador to get this view was certainly worth it. And it's a fine place to end this part of my exploration here in Guatemala. Tomorrow I'm on a shuttle down to Lake Atitlan, where I'm planning on spending a week or two exploring some of the different towns around the lake. I'm very excited to see that. It's been on my list of places for a very long time. But if you're ever in Guatemala and you're looking for a place to come, the Western Highlands are certainly one of my favorite stops of my entire 7 to 8 months now on the road. This journey through this part of the country, seeing so much of the history of the area and how much of it is still ingrained in that Mayan history that was here, been totally worth it. It's off the tourist path. I would say Xela has been the most number of tourists that I've seen the entire time. But I went days between Huehue and Momostenango where I didn't see another tourist. So I can't recommend it enough. So now that I've gotten all the way to the top of the hill, all that's left to do is go all the way back to the bottom from where I started. But I'm going to spare you that part of the trip, and I'm going to sign off from here at the Mirador in Xela, Guatemala, and just say thank you very much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please leave a like or a comment below to let me know that you were here. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please subscribe. I appreciate everybody who does. And every comment I try and respond to. If you'd like to support me further, there's a couple different options for that. I have some memberships set up on my channel now, 3 different tiers of those, starting at just $3 Canadian per month. There's also a PayPal donation link below if you want to do a one-time donation or pick up some merchandise. I have t-shirts and mugs and different things for sale. And remember, life is short. Wander. I'll see you in the next video.